David, if I can grab a quick word, mate. Look, I'm struggling for numbers up front just now, so I think I'm going to have to call up a few of your boys to the first team. Yeah, no, it will be a good experience for them, absolutely. Who are we playing? It's Rangers away. Hi guys, I'm Aussie Villain and welcome back to Queen of the South. It's Season 4, Episode 7, and today it's Rangers away in the league, and we're struggling for numbers up front for that one, as you've just seen. And then it will be Sparta Prague at home, the final game of our Europa Conference League group, and if we win, we will go through as group winners, so that is a lot to play for there. Now, something to catch you up on since last episode is Sam McCallum, our left back. He has signed a new deal, as you can see there, $5,000 a week. He's on now for the next, 4 seasons. The reason we had to do this is because he had a release fee of 3.8 million. We've got rid of that, but you can see his value was exceeding that. So there was a part of me that thought if we get 3.8 million in for a fullback, we'll take it, but he's been quite impressive for us, so I do actually want to keep him around. So that's what we've done there. So $5,000. He is being paid. I forget what he was on beforehand. You can see we're over the wage budget, but we can move money around if we need to. That's not a problem. We're not that much over, only £400 a week over, so it's absolutely fine. Now, there are some games to catch you up on since last episode where, I mean, it's a difficult season, isn't it? Let's just say that. The first game to catch you up on was away to Hibs, who I think was sitting 4th in the league. So let's go see how that went. So a horrible game, but a decent point. You can see from XG, I mean, we barely managed a goal between us in terms of XG. And we didn't play well. Mellon up front didn't do too much. Bishop, I think, was maybe a little bit isolated. Summers, I tried him as a number 10. That didn't quite work. I had to play him as a number 10 because we needed Bishop to play up front. And Marshall came off the bench. We tried different things. It was a terrible game of football. The next game to catch you up on, now this was the one, if you remember from last episode, that we were targeting for 3 points. It's Aberdeen. They've got a new manager. They were bottom or near enough 2 of the table. So let's see what happens. McGrath gave us the lead, but Aberdeen drew level late on. So we deserved to win this game. Away from home, you could argue it's not a bad point. But given that we went at it with our strongest side, it was disappointing. XG is, of course, it's tainted a little bit by the fact we had a penalty, so it makes it look a little bit better maybe than it was from general play. You can see 15 shots to 9, 7 on target to 3. Yeah, it felt like a game that got away. Now, if we have a look at what that means for the league table, it means we are still there in 6th. I'm going to say 3rd is just about gone. Hearts are having a good year. They've got 30 points. We have 17. That's going to be very, very tough to run down. But you know what? If we sort of readjust our season ambitions, 4th place is only 3 points away. We've got the same goal difference. Maybe that's where we need to shift our ambitions to now and just say for this particular season, Hearts have been a little bit too good for us. But of course, we've also got European football to look forward to. And as you can see, if we win, we will top the group and go through. If we lose, well, we need favours from the other game, don't we? If the other game could finish as a draw, that'd be nice. Really, really appreciate that. But let's have a look and see what we're doing here against Rangers. They are top of the league. They're running away with us. In fact, they're 5 points ahead of Celtic. And this is the team that we are sending out if we ever get there. It is, actually, we've got to show you what they're doing first. It's a 4-2-3-1 that we're expecting from them. You can see inverted wingers, so maybe they're going to be a little bit narrow. And this is the team that we're sending out. We're just going to try and clog up the middle of the field and hang on desperately for a point, basically. Eastwood in goal, Melbourne, Iakoviti, McKenna, and McPherson. It's Morton and Davenport sitting in for us. We might want them the other way around. Let's send you as a ball winner. And Morton, you're more of a ball player for us, so let's do that. We can put him to support if we happen to fall behind. Bradley and Smith will be the width. Clockerty is one of the youngsters that's going up top. He's 16 now. Sink or swim. That's basically what we're saying to him. And the other one that's going up there is Marshall. Now, Marshall is 197 centimetres. Clockerty is 183, although has the better jumping reach and strength. So it's all height up there. Are we maybe just lofting some crosses in? Let's maybe try that and just see where this takes us. All right, so we can see the team sheets there. It's a good-looking Rangers side, that one, isn't it? You've got to say. Yeah, as I've been saying, I still feel that we've got nothing to lose here. put on a worthy display. Let's just say you've got nothing to lose. We've got some nervous players. I mean, as you would expect, we've got some youngsters that are coming in here to play at Ibrox, and well, you know, they've got nothing to lose either. But you know, with such a big game coming up in Europe and against a team that we would struggle to beat anyway, it seemed, like I've said before, a little bit of a no-brainer just to not sacrifice it. But, I mean, we are using it to try and give, you know, two young strikers some game time. And I forget who it was in the comments, but I'm terrible at remembering who comments and what. So I remember the comments, but I'm terrible at remembering. Oh, Morton does well. This might actually benefit us down the line because we are thin up front right now. We don't have McAllister, we don't have Lutzi, and Davenport slides in. And we don't have the likes of Smith, for example, isn't registered in the European squad because he came in too late for that. And it's just a good opportunity to, it's bouncing around, we get away with it. A good opportunity to give some youngsters some game time right now. So down the line, they might benefit from that. I mean, certainly Clougherty looks as, I mean, he could be a star of the league. You know, he's got a lot of potential, only 16. So we'll see how he gets on here. But after that one fight that we got there, we're not doing too badly. I've essentially given up on Max Melbourne at this point, becoming anything other than a disappointment. But we don't have any other options at left back. We'd have to play Iacoviti over there, and we're a little bit short in terms of centre backs as Morton tries to lunge in. I want Iacoviti in the centre of the defence anyway, as Melbourne covers in for him. Can we go? And that's not good. Ooh, what a miss! What a miss! How are we playing this defensively? Let's go with a higher line. Looks as though they're trying to pick their way through us. Let's make it a little bit more difficult for them to do that. Give them some more encouragement. We've got a free kick to defend. Eastwood, if you can... Oh, I tell you what. That if Eastwood didn't save that, I'm not sure how it missed. It looked like it was in for all money. And, I mean, as you would expect, we are getting thoroughly outplayed. We've got an XG of 0.03, one shot on goal. The shot was on target, so that's maybe something. But you were forewarned. We were very much going to be coming here trying to cling on for a point. And, has Melbourne just let us down here a little bit? Eastwood bails him out. And what we don't want to do right at the end of the first half is concede a goal. Can we get that away? We can. Iacoviti. Can we get out? Close it down. Eastwood's made another great save there. Eastwood playing a 7.2. Another corner to defend. Can we get that one away? We can. And Bradley goes to chase it down. Bradley's going to be suspended for the European game. He got one too many bookings accumulated after the last game against Powak. So it's a little bit disappointing, but we'll do our best to get by. And what do we say? What do we say? We need more possession in the second half. Let's go with that. We'll pump our fists, say we have faith in them, and we might tweak what we're doing here ever so slightly. What we might do is let's not float crosses. And let's maybe try this, and we'll take it off. Be more, yeah, but we will. I hesitate because it's 0-0, but that's not necessarily making us more attacking. It's just changing the way that we're attacking. So that should be okay. I don't like that Lewis Smith is looking nervous and Melbourne's looking uninterested. So the left side of our team is various issues of mental health, it feels like just now. Come on, Melbourne. If he could just have one good game, this would be the one to do it in. He's going to need... Oh, Chong has done well. McKenna heads it away. Clougherty's there, but can't win it back. There's the shot over the top. And we live to fight another highlight. 17 shots to 1. Oh, we're attempting an FM. Can we pull it off? All right, it's not quite working as I would like. Bradley's only playing a 6.0. McKenna is there. Though it's one of those, I'm sure there's a way to find out, but I'm not quite sure how the game rates for stuff like this in terms of match ratings. Is it, as long as it's 0-0, is it a case of ignore the match ratings? It's kind of working, quote unquote, in that we haven't conceded yet, though that might be about to change. Davenport, we've got a lot of bookings in the middle of the park as well, which maybe isn't ideal. And that's going to make life difficult for the last 25 minutes, isn't it? All right, so what we need to do here then, Lyon can come on for Marshall. We'll get a booking off the field by doing that. A Regista. I don't think I've ever used a Regista, so let's try that, see what happens. We'll get Clockerty up there as a target man on support. Seems like a reasonable thing to ask a 16-year-old to do in his first start, doesn't it? We'll encourage them and pray for the best. Let's maybe just be cautious now. And see if we can hang on. One thing we do want to try and do, and again, it might have been Ngerman that suggested that this is just bear in mind our goal difference, because you've seen how close the lead's offside, isn't it? Please be offside. The linesman's got his flag up. Excellent work. Yeah, we've seen how close the league is, and goal difference is likely to be important if this is the way it keeps on. There's two of them there that are offside, actually. So, if we can lose narrowly to these guys, you know what we can do for Bradley? We can bring on McDade, since he's now in the red. And I've got to draw the line somewhere in terms of a match rating. There's a decent pass for Bradley. Is he going to keep himself on the field? Connor Bradley, he's found the back of the net, and with 10 men... we have gone 1-0 up at Rangers. This is outrageously good. Connor Bradley, who in Europe can't finish his dessert or dinner or whatever you want to say. It's a good run as well. Good first touch. Gets past Patterson and then, tucks it away beautifully. And we're 1-0 up with 10 men at Ibrox. Have we angered the beats though now? Lumps it forward. Looking for Bradley again there, perhaps. Maybe should have given them some sort of shout instead of celebrating so much. Can we get to that with Lyon? No. Ball forward. Morton is there. Oh, it's just about okay. Lyon wins it back. Another ball forward. Aimlessly, though. And... there's not too much we can change other than maybe fresh legs. Melbourne's let Elvis in behind, and that didn't last long, did it? Let's encourage them. If I'm looking down the line of match ratings, Morton, Smith, and Clockerty are the ones. If it's not Smith's day, it's not his day. We could bring Rice on for Rice. We could bring McDade on for him as an inverted winger. Might need to just pause that so I can get that done. There we go. So we'll use McDade as an inverted winger. And, having been 1-0 up, it'll be disappointing if we don't win. But equally, would be more than happy as we enter stoppage time to come to Ibrox with 10 men and 2 teenagers up front and come away with a point, and that is exactly what we have done. A massive result. Look at that XG. How somebody call the police because we have robbed them. Well done, boys. That's fantastic. Terrible performance, but great point. I don't even think you can say we were solid defensively. I don't think we were. We conceded 27 shots, but Eastwood was good and we hung on. So there we go. Youthful Queen of the South draw with Rangers. We've got a ban coming up for Davenport. Eastwood, 13 saves. And that is all just a little bit special, isn't it? Well done to him. And there we go. 5 unbeaten all of a sudden. And 3 of those are away games as well, which is nice. But anyway, guys, wait right there. We'll be back to take on Sparta Prague. Will we be in Europe after Christmas? We'll find out soon. Okay, welcome back. We're getting ready to take on Sparta Prague. We've got some bad news for Brian Marshall. A serious viral infection, 5 to 6 months. It's really disappointing for a player who needs, obviously, playing time to develop. And that's essentially his season over. And who knows what sort of condition he's going to come back in. So let's hope for a speedy recovery for Marshall there. But some good news is we've got our youth intake preview. And look at that, a 5-star excellent youth intake. We'll see if that actually happens, but a real golden generation. We've got fullbacks and central midfielders that look to be quality, some wingers as well, and a couple of centre backs, wide midfielders, and you can see the rest of the potential intake there. So, well, there's a lot to look forward to about that come April, isn't there? So April or March, whenever it is it comes through. But anyway, let's go and have a look at what we're doing here in Europe. And a reminder of how the group looks coming into this game, where we host Sparta Prague and Trabzonspor host PAOK. If we win, we guarantee to going through as top of the group. If we draw, we should be okay because we'll have the head-to-head over PAOK, won't we? And so even if they win, that will be fine. If we lose, though, that's where it gets complicated because Trabzonspor will have the head-to-head over us. And, well, that will mean we will crash out of Europe. So we need to avoid defeat, essentially, if my maths is correct, which it probably isn't, to get out of this. So we're expecting a 4-2-3-1 formation from them. And this is the team that we're sending out. It is Eastwood in goal, McCallum, Lewis, Bernard, and Clark as the back four. It is Goss, Cochrane, and Lyon going in midfield. It's McGrath in behind, Omar and Bishop up top. And we've got Clockerty on the bench again. We're really struggling for numbers up top. You can see there we just don't have attacking options. And the reason, for that is players not registered in the squad because we don't have any club-trained players. But Luizzi is out injured, as is McAllister. Smith is not available. And, yeah, it's tough times. Okay, so we can see the team sheets there. I don't recognise names. I don't think they're a man short on their bench as well. So we've got a small advantage there, perhaps. Now, do we want to say put on a worthy display, or do we want to ignore? I think we want to ignore it, don't we? Just go out there and play your game, guys. We don't want to put extra pressure on them, but we beat them away. Can we do it at home? And here we go. Hopefully not for the final time this season in Europe. It's more or less the best team we could put out there. And we've just got to hope, don't we? I did put up earlier on the Discord today, if there's a link to the Discord in the description if you're not already part of that, the players that are out of contract at the end of this season. The main, I don't know what to do player is Sean Goss. I'm leaning towards extending his contract, but of course, given the limited budget we have, we probably want to extend him, don't we? He's 29, though. If he wants, say, a 3-year deal, yeah, we probably should extend him. He's been a reliable player for us, but yeah, that's the one that I'm sort of imming and ahhing about. But yeah, as I said, there's a link in the description to the Discord if you're not already, and I'm sure we had a good convo. I haven't posted it yet, of course, I record ahead, but I'm sure after I posted it, there was a good discussion as to exactly who we should and shouldn't keep. Now, that's not great. McCallum, can he get back? He can't. But thankfully for us, shots over the top. So they're playing a 4-4-2, which is a little bit different to what we're expecting from them. And it does make me wonder, actually, if we want to go and do this. It looks like we've got an attacking highlight here, do we? No. It's just because I made the change. Because we've got all our players in the middle, so if we try and force them into our players, if that makes sense, then that might work for us. We've got a corner. McGrath to take. Can he find a blue head? He can. It's off the crossbar. I think it was Joe Lewis, but I'm not sure. And another highlight begins this time. Why are our marking things messed up? That's not great. That's also not great. And we're 1-0 down in a game that we can't afford to lose. Oh dear. I'm not quite sure. Bishop and Shakir have... yeah, we might need to check that. Eastwood just left exposed. McCallum just didn't go with his man. And not ideal. we've come straight back, but I need to fix these markings. Okay, so we've done that, and let's see if we can go and peg them straight back. That would be a nice, wouldn't it? McCallum in for Bishop to McGrath. Can he slide a ball in? It's nothing on there, is there? What we don't want is to go 2-0 down, because then we're sort of praying for results to come out of Turkey for us. It's tackled away, but McGrath picks it up. Omar, can he slide a ball in? Bishop is lurking. It's not quite working, is it? Can we go and put pressure on them high up here and get something? It's becoming a long old highlight, and I think I saw Trabzonspor just above us in the table, so that means they've taken the lead against Powak. McCallum has been beaten again, and this time Eastwood does make the save. But that is already looking to be a problem area for us, doesn't it? Down that left-hand side. Corner to defend. Easy for Bishop to head away. And Sparta Prague will come again at us. And that ends that highlight. Let's give it an encourage. Yeah, they are 1-0 up. So we need a result, and we've got another corner to defend. Oh, it's just over. All right, this isn't working, so let's get rid of this and try and raise up our tempo a little bit. We've got a free kick. McGrath, it's towards the back post. It's headed away. We should pick it up. We will with McCallum. He's got Clark inside. He uses him. Can he slip a ball in? Omar. McGrath is right on the edge. There's a gap there for someone to run into if you just want to take it. McGrath to Omar. Shakir Omar on the turn. Shakir Omar. Now, was he onside? It was borderline thinking back, wasn't it? Hopefully, come on, just give it, Bart. Just give it. He does give it, and I should it's a he. They just give it. Night of the season for Shakir Omar, but look at this touch on the turn to get free of the man. Wonderful use of the body and good finish as well. And our man Shakir Omar, not for the first time this season. He's done a wonderful thing, hasn't he? That will put us safe again, but only just. It's away. Are we going to get to that? We are. Harry Cochrane to McCallum. McGrath, Goss are wide. We use Goss. Back to McCallum. McCallum twists, turns. Can he get past Rado for once? Can we go do this the other way? Ball there for McGrath to Cochrane. Back to Goss. McGrath. Cochrane. We're just probing away, aren't we? Can we get this wonderful ball? Reece Lyon! He's been nothing but a complaining, miserable sod since we signed him. But he's banged that one in and given us the lead before half-time. And what a strike it was as well. It may well be his first goal for the club. Oh, he's hit that wonderfully well. And that is a thing of beauty as it sails into the top corner. It's 2-1 to Queen of the South, and suddenly we are top of the group. And that is going to be half-time, hopefully, as the clock ticks down. And there we go, 2-1 at the break. Wonderful, wonderful stuff. We've got to say don't get complacent, don't you? There's no way around that. We have faith in you, boys. We will get back out there. Now, one thing we are doing is attacking. I don't know if we need to attack in this situation. So we'll just back it off to positive. We'll give them some more praise. And if we could get a third goal, my ungrade heads would appreciate it. Here we go with Lyon again. Could he get a double? He goes back for Cochrane. Clark's in space. He uses him. Can Clark get a cross in now? He's done well. McGrath's there. Oh, McGrath's hit the post. And it stays 2-1. The frustrating thing about this season is that when we put our best team out, and even against Aberdeen, we looked the better team against Aberdeen, even though it ended up being a draw. But when we put our best team out, we do still look very good. I think the issue we're having as much as anything this season, it's just fixtures. And it's just not having the squad depth to be able to... And injuries, of course, at this point aren't helping either. There's some nice little play. Shakir Omar's found himself in on goal, and, well, he's missed what would have been a goal of the season contender, surely. But suddenly we're looking very, very good indeed. Now, Bishop's not having a great game. Do we bring the youngster Clockerty on? We might I mean, the issue is that we'll need Clockety for the next game in the league, which is coming up on Sunday against Ross County. Game's ticking by, and I'm kind of just willing to let it do that, if I'm honest. A draw, of course, is enough to get us out of the group. Goss! Oh, he's almost wrapped it up, and it kind of doesn't quite fall for Bernard on the rebound off the crossbar. If we top the group, though, we do get a bye into the next round, of course. So we'll get a bye past the first knockout round, I should say. So that's definitely something, given how much I'm complaining about squad depth and games, we would definitely like to do that. And we're in the 89th minute here. A third goal surely wraps it all up for us. Cochrane to McCallum. To Goss. McCallum is found himself in space. Ball in. It is headed away. And we go again. I'm going to bring Clockety on. Just got a feeling. Let's get the kid on and see what he can do. Can we get a cross onto his head? Goss to McCallum. Oh, it's picked off. It's picked off again by McGrath. He bends one. Oh, it's the inside of the post. And with 10 seconds to play, I probably should have tried to close it down, but with 10 seconds to play, we're over the allotted time now. Blow it up, ref. McGrath. It's been a decent performance from us, hasn't it? We've hit the post 4 or 5 times, I think. And that is that. We've topped the group. We've beaten Sparta Prague. And we are going to be in Europe after Christmas, which is maybe not a great thing, given the state of the league. But the league's actually not that bad when you look at the table. So there it is. Trabzonspor beating PAOK made no difference at all. I can't find the result here now. Whereas there it is. So it was 1-0 in the end. Not good enough. We've knocked out a few big clubs there, haven't we? Sparta Prague, Trabzonspor, who I'm assuming have money if Batshuayi's there, and PAOK, who are a good Greek side. And we've topped them all. And we've topped them all using what I consider to be our second string for most of it. So there we go. That is... We should have been taking this a little bit more seriously. That is some big money, almost £1 million. Not quite, I don't think, if my maths is correct. Shakir Omar with a goal and an assist. Where would we be without him? And we've really got to try and sign him permanently, don't we? If we have a look at his information, he likes the club now and he likes me. So, you know, that's two big hurdles of getting him to join us permanently crossed. And what would it take? Would he be interested? He's still not interested in joining us. He'd require that we improve our standing. So he's interested in a loan. He's just not interested in joining us permanently. So hopefully Atalanta will just keep loaning him back to us. But guys, that will do it for today. If you've enjoyed that, make sure you hit thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe if you're new. And we will be back next time. I think what we might do, there is a little bit of a gap. There's sort of that the January winter break that the Scotland has. So I think what we might do is come back for Livingston and St Johnstone before that break. And then what I can do is play through the break and the January window, and we can come back. Oh, Alloa Athletic is who we've got in the Scottish Cup, as you can see there. And then we can come back for maybe Alloa and say Aberdeen or something like that towards the end of the January window. So it gives me a chance to sort of go through the January window and we can see how we're doing. But that's all for next time, guys. Until then, open Aussieville, like, subscribe, and all that fun stuff. Take care.